What business model do you intend to pursue in the entrepreneur world? Today, we're going to be diving into some areas of business models and how this process impacts our overall entrepreneur mission. First and foremost, let's look into what is business model. Business model can be considered the type of goods and services that you intend to bring into the marketplace for sale, or the solution that you are bringing for your intended audience to patronize you on, either services or goods. This service might be rendering a type of service that does not involve any type of products, and service might be consulting in a way that you help company to solve problems. You can effectively improve some business challenges. That might be a service, especially that is a service. Or maybe offering service in the areas of accounting, bookkeeping. Those are not products, they are service. The another models of business is buying physical product, which might be like selling clothes, do drop shipping, selling mug. A mug like this can be considered as a product, as a physical product. Customer have to buy it. You need to involve yourself in shipping, handling, inventory. But we are talking about entrepreneur that you only sell your service, but not a product. So what we mean by that is selling what you already know, which consists of paperwork and critical thinking, and how you solve customers' problems upon request. This makes you not so involved in inventory. You don't pay for storage, you don't pay for inventory, you don't pay for physical products, rendering inventory, dealing with manufacturers. So, ability for you to know which parts of models of business you want to pursue in the marketplace. And that's why when you're setting up your entrepreneur or when you're setting up your company, you have to define what products you want to offer. Who are your intended audience? Business model is different from business plan. As you can see, the two comparison is very different. Business plan is how you want your business to be run. What do you intend? Where do you want to see your business in the next decade? In the years from now, in 2 years from now, in 6 months from now? What are the resources? What are the manpower? How do you raise capital? The roadmap of your journey centers around business plan. When we're talking about the business model only focuses on the type of value you bring in the marketplace, which is either a product or services. Those are the comparisons of business plan and business model. What type of business model do you think you want to bring into the marketplace? Some people might like, oh, I just only want to deal with people buying and selling, shipping, inventory, deal with customer complaints. That's what they choose. If the particular product they are bringing in the marketplace is on high demand. Why some people might say, oh, they don't even want to deal with customer over returning of item. They don't want to deal with inventory. They don't want to deal with customer complaint. They don't want to deal with customer sending review regarding how their product react to them or how they react to the product. or how the product address their concern. There's so many instances that you need to, sit down very well and think, what type of value am I bringing in the marketplace, and who are my target audience? Because the target audience determine the type of product or services that you're going to bring and make a winning. So component of business model, which is not limited to who are your intended audience, what product do you want to bring into the marketplace, how do you reach the customer, how do you make money, what asset is needed to deliver the value proposition, what activities are crucial for your business success, who are your partner and suppliers, what are the costs involved in running the business. So all these are part of what you need to put down, and the business plan is going to allow you to craft all these major questions, because the business plan, as I earlier said, is a roadmap. It tells you who your customers are, who are your suppliers are. It tells you who are your competitors. It tells you the type of capital you need. It tells you the value that the product is bringing in the marketplace, or the services, everything that you need to know regarding the business. And that is why sometimes the major obstacles that a lot of business owners do, especially the newbies, is that they did not factor the long-term goal, whereby neglecting the business plan. So within the business plan, you can be able to draft the business proposition or the business components. So, because these business components are just like skeletons, they are the skeleton frames that centers around the business, because these are the major problem that you're solving anyway. So, understanding the components of your business model is very, very crucial, especially in the marketplace, because the market itself is full of war. And if you are not really, really ready, you will pack out in a short period of time. So, ability to analyze the needs, the problem, and craft a unique solution will keep you more in the business world. We talk about the type of business model. We'll look at the product-based business model, service-based business model, subscription-based business model, marketplace-based business, premium business model, franchise business model, licensing business models, direct sales business models. As you can see that all these models has a very big impact on the type of solution we are bringing in the marketplace. If you say product-based business model, we center around what type of products. As I use this example, is it a mug like this that we are going to be targeting to produce to the marketplace, and how this mug address the challenges of the people, and who should we be targeting in terms of this model? When we talk about the service-based business model, these are type of services which might range from consulting, coachings. That type of service is service-based model, because all what they render is service, not a product. Looking at the third one, which says the subscription-based business model. Now let's look at Netflix, one of the biggest streaming company in the US, or probably in the world. I might be wrong, but so far, In order for you to be able to watch anything of Netflix, you must be able to subscribe to the brand because that is their own business model. It's subscription based. Subscription based business model can even be a newsletter. In order for a dedicated product or information to come into your mailbox, you have to subscribe to it. Just like we have Jeffcom Story. If you go to jeffcomstory.com, it's dedicated for entrepreneurs who want to have the industry information regarding to what is going on in the business world. It's one of our subscription platform and it's packed with series of informations, especially startup and even seasoned entrepreneur. So I encourage you to, to subscribe or to glance through the platform. The information you'll be seeing there is going to be amazing. It's amazing. So as I said, your business model might even be a marketplace business model, just like Amazon. Amazon is a huge marketplace. Nothing you are looking for under the surface of earth. As I know, I might be wrong, but there's nothing you are looking for that you cannot find on Amazon. It's a platform base. So you might consider maybe doing something like that, as long as you have the resources and you have to be able to address the customer's needs or your intended audience needs. So marketplace business model is one of the reputable so far that I may think of, because you bring in all the business owners into your platform, right? For them to transact. So you are just like a battlefield. Sometimes when I look at how Amazon, eBay, structure their platform, I start to wonder like, wow, sellers have to come over there. Then buyers have to come there. So they're just like intermediary between the buyers and the seller, whereby they stand as a middleman. They take the profits, but they make sure that they fulfill the products. Whatever product that a seller is ready to sell and the buyer is intending to look for the product, they make sure that they fulfill that transaction, whereby the two parties are happy. What an amazing business model. I love it so much. I love that type of business model. I'm not talking about you. We're talking about premium business model. Premium. Premium is huge. Premium business model can even be a coaching, can be a software company. You pay premium for the service. So your business model might be one of those things whereby people or your intended audience pay you for bringing such amazing idea in the marketplace. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you research. Very great. Very good. Because the industry, the entire business world is war on its own. It's a war zone. And for you to be able to break even or to make through, you must be able to channel all this. What about franchise business model? There's some company that all they do is to help other businesses to franchise their business. How amazing is that? That is great. That's a great process. Because many people want to raise fund or capital in their business, but they don't know how to do it. But do you know that franchising your business can even be a lucrative thing for you to do? So there will have to be people who have to put all this paperwork together. They have to make sure that they follow the guideline. They follow all the requirements, the licensing, the legal, the financial aspects. They put all the needful paperwork together. How amazing is that business model? That is great business model. So if you're a newbie and you're looking like what type of business model you need to, dive into, there are many. You just need to look towards which one fits your mission, which one fits your calling, which one do you think will make you be heard in the marketplace. That's all what you need. And what are the resources? That's why you have to do a real market research in order for you to craft all these amazing, products, because they are all products. Licensing business model is one of the great business model that I ever know, such like a software. They create a thing called software, but they must sell it for tens of thousands of people with different unique ID for a certain period of time. It might be, maybe they license you to use it for 1 year. One of the examples might even be maybe antivirus. There's some antivirus that you must, when you buy the license only go for maybe 1 year or 30 days. Or software like a platform. I have a platform right now that I'm using for some other business, business stuff that it cost me $3,000 for 1 year. I have another one that I use that cost me like $7,500 per year. So all these type of business model, they are very great. So if you are starting as a new, or you already start a business, but you just feel confused, you don't even know which one to do, or the type of business model that you are in, you are not happy with it, there's always room for improvements, even change. You can even diversify from one business model to another. Because if that is not serving you very well, I will say probably you did not do your own due diligence. You don't research the market for it. Because there's market for every business model in North America, in this part of the world that we are. Not only in this part, in every part of the world, because there's always a need for anything. If you can identify the need and you can be able to address the problem by bringing a solution, which is called a thing that you create, bring it in the marketplace, and the sky is the beginning. And making sure that your team, you have a strong team behind you, and you have the resources to back everything up, and you know your number very well, then the rest is history. And don't even look for the perfection. The idea is for you to start. In order for you to learn how business work properly, you have to start. You have to learn based on errors and fixing. You can make stuff and bring it to the marketplace, test the marketplace. So, business model have been a very great thing that you need to consider. You might have 2 to 3 business model, but make sure you do your own due diligence. Make sure that everything that you do resonates with your own personal calling. Because if it's not something that you really like, sometimes it might be so challenging. So you have to be able to know that you have passion for. When you create a solutions, you create a thing that you have passion for, and you have seen the margins of people who need the solution, and you are able to successfully create that solution to the marketplace, then sky is the beginning. How do we even create solution to the marketplace? Why should we? How do we even get paid as an entrepreneur in the marketplace? It's all about the value. It's the value that we create. So there's going to be a video. There's going to be a video that will center around value proposition. What value are we creating in the marketplace that make us pay so much that before we even put our thing out, the customer are already lining up to say, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. We're going to have a content on that. And pretty soon, the content is going to be out. You need to develop a business model. Then how do you develop this business model? You must be able to craft the same idea. And who, as I earlier said, then you have to focus on who those ideas are meant for. Is it something that everybody can use, or is it a particular set of people that you are focusing on? But again, it's good for you to have a diverse product or services that anybody from all walk of life can be able to make use of. That way, you are diversifying your earnings and you are embracing the huge, gap. Why do you even need to test the market before you bring your business model out? You have to test the market. Anytime people fail to test the market, that's why sometimes crowdfunding is one of the great ways make you to test the market without you losing too much of resources on the products. Especially if your business model base is all about product, because sometimes you can go and develop a product. By the time you have, maybe you might already spend tens of thousands of dollars creating this product, but at the end of the day, nobody buys it. I wish somebody can help me. What is now? You have developed a product with huge finances, and you later discover that nobody is buying that product. That would be like a nightmare. So that's why sometimes it is good. You don't need to, if you are doing a product-based business, it is good for you to test the market. Because sometimes you go and create something that the market don't even need it. And you might just like, oh, it's my baby product, it's my baby product. But by the time you bring it, nobody's buying it. And you have spent a lot of money to develop it, to spend on marketing. So, as an earlier stage, you'll be able to identify, is the market need this type of product that I bring in the marketplace? And if they don't need it, you go back and redefine it. Maybe the way you tailor it doesn't meet. Or another problem might be probably smart analysis. It becomes a problem, because this is going to allow you to understand what you really truly need. It's going to make you to understand what truly the marketplace needs. And you only design a product, or you only design a solution that address that particular needs. And you can never get wrong as long as you follow what the market himself need. But if you don't follow what the market need, that is where majority of people get wrong, because they want to create their own thing. Why do you want to create your thing when you know that it's not you that's going to use it? It's not your brother that's going to use it. It's not your sister that's going to use it. It's not your friend or family. So you have to consult with the market. That's why doing a market research, market analysis, putting SWOT together will be a game changer. And that way, you're not going to spend unnecessarily and waste precious time, because every time wasted, you can't get it back. All these are very, very unique and important for every newbies and even those who are in the industry. That's why, like, one of my book that is about to be released is called The Founder's Heart of Fortitude. It's packed with a real life scenario, with ups and downs, with legacy building on how entrepreneur can really craft their success and build a strong and lasting legacy. You need to check out the book. It's called The Founder's Heart of Fortitude. It's powerful. It's a mind-blowing book. I encourage every entrepreneur to have it because it's loaded, it's golden. There's so many challenges that circle around the business mode. But how do we even, overcome these challenges? Because there's one thing in a business is to see challenges. Another thing is to have a strategy on how to overcome the challenge. So, what are the ways that we can overcome business models challenge? Based on what I understand, it's only one thing: focus. Because when you are focused and when you are determined, the spirit of discipline, this aspect of disciplines allow you to surround yourself with people who can help you think through. Because sometimes we, the entrepreneur, find it difficult to think through. And due to the distractions that circle around even our personal and daily activities, including what is going on in the entrepreneurial world, have made us to lose more focus. We lose focus, we are not even focused, we are not even determined. Even though when we are determined, we get discouraged. The ability to be around those people who can be able to wake up your spirit and call you in order and tell you that this particular thing that you are doing, does it worth doing? Is it what the customer needs? Is it addressing the people? Is it solving the problem? What does it take to be able to create this? And how can you be able to navigate almost everything that centers around the solution that you are creating? Now, the idea of focus will really change the holistic view of the entire business challenge. Because if a business does not have a challenge, that means there's a big problem. Why are we going to the business? It's because we're trying to address the challenge, because we're trying to address the problem. So the entire business world is all about problems. But ability for us to be able to identify those problems and tailor a solution that addresses it allows us to overcome those challenges that other people are finding difficult to do, because we have gone through out of our own way to be able to create a solution in the marketplace. And addressing the challenge or overseeing the challenge and craft a solution, that subdue the challenge is a plus for you. So that's why sometimes I encourage people to go into entrepreneur. Because entrepreneur, they don't teach it in school. They only taught our children what they want them to know, but not how to create wealth. Because the only way you can be able to create wealth, you can be able to create a freedom, financial freedom, is through entrepreneur. Even if you work 8 to 5, we know that the middle class or the biggest salary of any working class America is around 80,000 to 90,000. The merely minimum wage that somebody can make at the end of the year on a low level, on a starter level, should be around $55,000, $60,000. Even some even make lesser than that. Now, how do you want to even create that wealth? How do you want to have that financial freedom? So that means you are very, very far from even smell the rich, to smell wealth, very far. That's why entrepreneur, anybody who take the decision of entrepreneur, have make one of the highest decisions in the world, because you just literally open an avenue of breakthrough. So embracing entrepreneur it should be most people, but not all, calling, because we don't want to stay in the shackle of life. And it's easy. All what you have to do is to join a mentor program. Even though we have a mentor program, again, I said, look for somebody. Go learn the skills. Learn how you can be able to impact people. Learn how to serve. Because all we do as an entrepreneur, either you're creating a product, a physical product or service product, you are serving the people. So the only way that you can bring valuable things in the market and become more rich is by you offering selfless service. There's reward in selfless service. Don't get me wrong. The reward is huge. Very, very, very huge. So it is very good for us to be a good servant, because there's reward for it. Don't be a teacher. Don't be the master. Just be the servant. Be the students. Learn. Anything that you don't know, just go ahead and learn it. Because the more you learn, the more you have value to what you are bringing in the marketplace. How many books have you read? How many seminars have you attended? How many conferences have you attended? As an entrepreneur, in order for you to craft a business model, you need all this, because those are the things that's going to open your ideas. How many business meetings have you joined in the last several weeks, several months, the last several years? And you want to be an entrepreneur? You are a little bit far away from it. You have to be responsible. You have to hold yourself accountable. Because the only way you can hold yourself accountable is by, learning more skills. If you don't learn more skills, then you don't hold yourself accountable. Because the more skills you learn, it's going to reflect in your bank accounts. The more skills you learn, that is how your bank account is going to speak to you. So I encourage everybody to learn more skills, because anything that you learn, you're going to incorporate it in your business regardless, because that is extra value that you are bringing in. And extra value make more financial freedom, regardless the type of business model you envision to dive into. Because even though you know what you want to bring out in the marketplace or not, the more you learn, the more you know. Answer is there for people who knock. When you don't know, you don't get the answer, but you just have to knock. When you knock, you will get it. But when you don't knock, it's far from you. You need to innovate your business model. Why do you even need to innovate your business model? Because you don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. You want to advance the process so that it can streamline your business. You have to welcome brainstorming. You must be able to brainstorm. You must be able to see beyond and craft a strategic way to execute everything at a seamless. And you can only do that through innovation. Embrace technology. Embrace new idea. As the business evolves, you need to wake up and evolve as well. Because, as I said again, the business world is war on its own, is a war zone. So you have to be ready. You have to be like a lion, tiger. Because you have to attack it. Because if you don't attack it in a hard way, you'll be forgotten. It's easy. Very, very easy. Because if your brand is not functioning in the marketplace, nobody knows you anymore. Back then, like 2020, 2004, 03, 02, we talk about Nokia. Nokia is the biggest, big company when talking about telecommunications and cell phone creation. But now we're all talking about iPhone. You see, everybody, Steve Jobs have made life easy. Innovation, everybody want to use iPhone. So as I said, Apple is one of the greatest telecommunication industry we can ever imagine, and a tech tycoon. Same thing as Nokia company. But because Nokia cannot be able to cope with innovation, they are forgotten right now. Apple take over because they move when the market move. In one of my books, Dreamers and Doers, it talks about the importance of innovations and why entrepreneurs need to move when the market move. Entrepreneurs need to have the mindset of I move, not I will move. So, industry gets a lot of disruptions because the market is a war zone. People are going over trying to make sure that things is happening. It's a war zone arena. So there's more disruptions. Political disruption, economic disruption, geographical disruption, competitors disruption. But if you cannot be able to withstand the callings, it is very challenging, very, very challenging. That's why we should move when we need to move. We should strike when we need to strike. And the only thing that can help streamline all this is innovation. You have to bring new things, new technology, new processes to be able to expand and enhance what you have worked so far. Because if you don't factor in those things, I am so sorry, you're going to lose it. And when you lose it, to stand up again as an entrepreneur is not a cheap. In your business model, you have to incorporate a social responsibilities. Because these are part of what make brand to be recognized in the marketplace. What do you support? Like me, I support non-profit organization that caters for homeless people and orphan children. What about you? Because your social responsibilities, it makes you to build credibility and transparency, and again, giving you moral support in the marketplace. So, it is important for you to build social responsibilities around your brand. You need to do that. Because as you make the money, giving it out to the community, to the needy, supporting a cause, then it even open another ways of business recognitions to your brand. Because the moment you are supporting, you are active in the community, you are supporting, call it whatever thing, people start recognizing your business, your brand. Then, bigger opportunity. You need to incorporate social responsibilities in your planning. It's important. Very, very important. And you can never get wrong when you do something like this because the reward is huge. Very huge. Then, when do you even plan to scale your business model? Because planning a business growing a business, leveraging a business, scaling a business is another. What is your scaling strategies? How do you intend to move from point A to point C or point B or point C? When do you plan to scale? Meaning of scaling is bringing new things, new idea, diversify. When do you want to incorporate more products, more services, more ideas on the table, offering your audience, competitive edge against other competitors? When do you intend to scale? When do you intend to go bigger? Because you have to have all this mindset around your entrepreneur. You have to put process behind it. That's why we have a coaching program that is called Transformation. How do you scale your business to the next height? We teach entrepreneur, and again, even newbies who doesn't even know ideas, who doesn't even know how to craft stuff, like professional people who have worked all their life in the corporate world, and they want to start something in order for them to retire based on what they want. We teach business development and transformation. So any size of entrepreneur, we have solution for every entrepreneur journey. Then again, you'll be looking at the legal consideration about your business model. How do you structure? What do you do to make sure that your model of business is well legalized? So this is what we are talking about, the intellectual property, to make sure that you protect your thing from market stealing, because everybody in the market, their eyes is a war zone. You keep hearing me saying that, right? It's a pure war zone. So you gotta do something. You need to do something. You don't allow it to slide. Don't allow it to slide. It's important. As a business model, how do you envision the revenue? The revenue model from the business model. How do you tailor? How do you structure another ways of revenue model? What mode of revenue do you want to channel? Do you want to incorporate into your business? And how do you want this to broaden your business? These are part of things that you need to consider when you are looking towards a business model, because all this put together centers on what type of services or products you intend to bring in the marketplace, and how do you go about it. This process allows you to think through and see a common way to make sure that all your processes are well aligned, so that you can be able to accomplish your goal in the entrepreneurial world. You have learned one or two things from this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe. And if you know anybody who this video is going to benefit, please do us a favor to share the link with them. And we look forward to see you on our next video. Please stay tuned. We love you. Peace.